a tired, old, and worn-out man, and my eyes have long been blind. Most things that people say to me just seems to slip my mind.
I've been involved from the very beginning of the March of the Living in 1988. I understood right away what the significance of the March of the Living would be. The March of the Living is not about the past, it's about the future. But the real question is, what lessons do we learn from the 1930s? The mistakes that were made. We learned from the past. We learned from the Exodus. We learned from all of Jewish history in order to prepare us for the future. And only those who learn the lessons of the past are prepared to meet the challenges of the future. You know, we say in our tradition that no generation is judged in its time. We're not even judged by our children. We're judged by our grandchildren. Because it's in the third generation that you see really come to fruition the decisions we make and the actions we take. We are now in that third generation after the Shoah. Will we make the right decisions to make sure that future generations will learn the lessons? And you can make all the difference by making it possible for more young people to come and to participate. I think this is the obligation of this generation, so that we can look back and we can look forward. We think of our obligation to our grandparents and our obligation to our grandchildren, so that they can look to the future with greater security and assurance.
The March of the Living is, like Malcolm said, this is talking about the future, not the past. To make sure that we learn the lessons and never forget. So when we can say never again, it really has a meaning. And I have to tell you that standing and walking in Auschwitz-Birkenau personally, and hearing the survivors, especially survivor going back to their own barrack that she lived in, I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that the word Am Yisrael Chai received a completely different meaning for me personally. And I hope this year it won't happen, that I will be able to take my 3 children with me, because this is a place that they, the young generation, should see in order to understand how important it is that we have what we have.
What will become of all the memories? Are they to scatter with the dust in the breeze? But one thought gives me comfort, it's all that I have left. I know God and the children, they